PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Well, this would be a great par putt if you can make this. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He finds himself in a share of fourth. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Bit disappointing, that one. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. The second hole at TPC Louisiana sets up the first of numerous birdie opportunities.
Third shot into this par 5 to a green that sits above the player, but watch out, missing either right or long, you're in terrible shape. Accuracy with your third is a must.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's sitting there in the rankings at fourth.
A birdie putt awaits. Just didn't drop. 8 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for a par.
Nice stroke. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke.
And now they're sitting in second place behind Xander Schauffele.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Going with the 5-wood.
That's not the shot they're after.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Or if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Okay, steady now.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Not a bad line, this.
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Would need something special to happen to get the birdie here.
And this putt is to move into the top 5. Ooh. No, that's too bad.
A par putt on the table. And that's a master stroke that not only improves their position in the field, they're now ahead of their rival.
Currently at +1 for the day. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it a 2, well, that's a tall order.
Opting for the 5-iron. That's going right. That got a little out of control, I think.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
This putt for par here.
Well done.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say Nolans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss a green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this next putt, it's for bogey.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. He's in a share of 9th place. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot.
Okay, time to return to the action. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Was on a good line. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. The back nine begins with a shortish par 4, Rich. A chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end.
Sitting at 1 over, tied for 5th. Didn't that look good for a long time? Straight out of the top drawer.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich. Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
That will work. Currently at 2 over par.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
One win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. Attaboy, good shot. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 3 behind our leader. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And this putt for 4th place.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole.
And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot.
Okay, as we move along, it's Brooke Henderson on top of things.
That's nicely done. This shot from about 190 yards out. 2 strokes off the lead. This one should find the rough.
Not the result they were after there.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. They could hold it from here. almost went down. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Hey, that's a chance. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
He's currently sitting in third. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Oh, well done. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Just one off the lead after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Second shot here on the 14th.
How close was that to going down? Big pass over coming up for this fella. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. So no movement there. The player remains at even par.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Just one shot back now.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
A share of top spot on the leaderboard awaits if they can make this putt.
Wants to make it with just 3 holes remaining.
That's frustrating. This is a par putt. That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
Being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Well, Rich, this player's certainly making moves up the leaderboard, aren't they?
Absolutely nice push on this final round. Still needs to keep the foot on the gas, continue making birdies if they have any hope of winning.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Well, this is an important putt for the tournament here, Rich.
Certainly is. Let's watch it unfold, Luke.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And right to the top of the leaderboard after that effort. Leading by a shot after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
If you want to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Solid par putt, that.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
Not a bad line, this one. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Huge tee shot there, Luke. What a display of power.
And here we are with the third shot.
He leads the field by a stroke.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Well, I like the look of this. Just hammered that through the line. And now this, to win the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic of New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
And Rich, you've got to love a comeback.
We saw them start out early, making lots of birdies, and they continue that. And next thing you know, they find themselves in the winner's circle. What a comeback, what a win.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.